Dream cheating? People's opinions? Wow, Dream really pulled out the Uno reverse card. He went from looking bad to making Geosquare look bad. Alright, so I didn't plan on making a video like this, but this interesting conversation sparked between my brother and I. He told me after Dream posted his video that he didn't believe that Dream cheated. Later on, he tells me that he did cheat after watching some YouTube video. This got me thinking, what do people think? In this video, I talked about what Dream posted and what his video was about. And I also asked different people online what their opinions were. Also, enjoy me playing Minecraft Survival in the background. Dream's video. In this segment, I will try my best to simplify Dream's video. So if you want more details, I highly recommend you check out Dream's video. I will put it in the description. So, in Dream's video, he gives us his argument. Dream hired a Harvard astrophysicist to do the math for him, as he did admit to not being the best at math. Dream talked about what Geosquare got wrong in their video, gave us new information, and also gave us public access files. He provided quotes from the Harvard expert, speedrun moderators, and Minecraft developers. Dream referenced the expert's report, Minecraft speedrun team's report, and Geosquare's video. Dream started off talking about binomial distribution, saying that Geosquare's math added up to its odds being almost impossible. He then went on saying that Geosquare's math was incorrect. In Dream's video, he went over some misconceptions that people had. He clarified that all of his past speedrun records were still valid and up on the website. After referring to misconceptions, he introduces the expert's analysis. I won't go too deep on that, but in conclusion, Geosquare's math was completely off. Dream stated that he completely cooperated with the mod team. He provided them with all of the needed information. Dream also referenced the bias. If you saw my first video, then you have heard me talk about bias. Dream said in his video that only his 6 luckiest streams were included, and that he had 5 other streams that weren't included because they had luck below average. Dream then got the expert to include the 5 other streams to the math, and they came back with no statistically significant evidence that Dream was modifying the probabilities. To simplify this, the expert basically said that there is no statistically proof of Dream modifying the probabilities. Dream then introduces the expert and went over some deal he had with him, which was that no matter if the report made Dream look good or bad, Dream would release them. Dream, being confident that he is innocent, agreed to the deal. He then follows with how the expert report is just not to be compared to the mod team report because they are young volunteers. The expert concluded that the math was off. Dream stated that the math was so off, in fact it was off by at least 7.499 trillion, and the original was 7.5 trillion. Jesus, that's insane. To clarify, this is information I got from Dream's video. Dream then played on the background a visual example of how off the math was. Dream went on with quoting the expert. The expert wrote that even in the worst case, the probabilities are not so extreme to rule out that Dream used the normal probability. Dream went on with the probability of anyone getting the luck that he got. By anyone, he meant that even the people not live streaming, making the odds less high. He then gave an example of calling out a number from 1 to 10. You had a 10% chance of picking the number 7. It doesn't seem like a big deal, right? Well, the odds of you picking the number 7 and streaming were 103 million. That is the comparison he provided. He is basically saying that Geosquare's conclusion can be very misleading. He then quotes the expert. Extremely low probability events happen all the time, meaning that a Minecraft speedrunner getting 2 out of 2 pearl trades, 7 out of 7 blaze rod drops, can happen multiple times in an hour. Dream then states that even 1 in a trillion events happen daily. He once again quoted the expert. If the last barter in a sequence is an ender pearl, because then a speedrunner leaves it, it simply cannot be claimed that all barterers are fully independent and identical, meaning that not all piglins trade the same. Trade stopping is important, and to prove it, the expert made his own chart with his own data. The expert then goes on and states the barterer stopping stimulation shows that there are fewer barterers requiring to get desired numbers of pearls if you leave immediately after the trade barters. They don't account for the fact that ender pearls are special because they are the goal of bartering. Fixing this problem made the odds more likely to happen. The model that the expert created is more accurate to Dream's odds compared to GeoSquare's binomial simulation. Dream then noted that something that has been used against him was that he looked luckier compared to other speedrunners, followed by a quote by the expert. Any lucky speedrunner chosen because they look lucky will look lucky when compared to other speedrunners. Dream once again mentions the bias. He referenced stuff that were said in GeoSquare's video, one of them being that they biased everything to Dream's favor, and that the numbers they came up with was the lowest possible probability. Dream then went on with how that was not quite true. They used the worst possible number against him. The mod team said that they even used the lowest possible odds in his favor. The expert then went on and used their same logic and equation and came out with that their result was twice as high, meaning the formula they used was extremely against Dream. Dream expresses his frustration with what the team had put together. They made him look bad and made them look generous by stating that everything is biased completely in Dream's favor. When the expert and Dream then proved this statement wrong, something Dream took from the expert analysis was that probability calculations were hard. He said that from that he grabbed the fact that not all calculations will be the same. They can be misleading. Near the end of the expert's analysis, he wrote that this does not account for the fact that lucky strikes should be treated somewhat differently, which could increase the odds potentially up to 1 in a million, meaning that there's always things that can be changed to make the chances higher. Dream then admits to rather him doing all the math, he rathers that an expert does it for him and that people take it as they will. Dream continues on with how numbers can be misleading. He also talks about how in GeoSquare's video, the way they phrase their words can be misleading. After Dream talks about the numbers and misleading stuff, he goes on with talking about the video. He clarified that he provided the mods with all of the needed information and that he was cooperative. Dream got a mod to verify that Dream provided them with all of the information. Dream goes on and brings up the fact that the mod team was breaking apart. The mod team was splitting apart and they were all in a dilemma. Many of them didn't agree with what the video was expressing. Dream goes on in how unfair he has been treated in the Minecraft community. The Minecraft Bedrock team had banned him from ever submitting a run just because they didn't like him. He also shared examples of mods being disrespectful towards him. He then provided words shared from a mod that decided to stay anonymous. Everyone was still discussing whether the decision was right 10 minutes before the video was published. They were just yelling at each other to finish faster. These words shared by a mod made Dream feel uneasy of the video that was going to be published. The mod then followed with, "For the record, I don't believe you cheated. I am probably gonna be quitting the mod team because of this." Dream finished the video apologizing and expressing his opinion. He ends off with announcing that he will be paying the mod team to develop a speedrun client so that people won't be called off as cheaters. Okay, now that we went over Dream's video, let's go and see what people are thinking. What do people think? So I wanted opinions from every kind of person, from people in the Minecraft community to people from the Smash community. I went on ManaQ, a Minecraft server. Why this server, you may be asking? I chose this server because, believe it or not, I just recently started playing Minecraft, and I joined this server in hopes for learning parkour. While I was learning parkour, I would read chat, and they were very expressive with their opinions. Okay, so I logged on and asked the people if they believed if Dream cheated. and I got some replies. Quickly, people said no. But there were also a few that said that they believe that he cheated. One of them said that problem is that at the end of the day, an actual statistician called the mod's math wrong. Which is true. If you are putting an expert against some young volunteers, there will obviously be a huge difference. Some people that still believe Dream cheated said stuff like, I know binomial distribution, and Dream cheated. This leads me to believe that they didn't quite watch Dream's video, because they are still leading on binomial distribution, after it was said that binomial distribution was not as accurate. Some people also had a hard time believing that the expert was really an expert. Now, I also went on this Discord server in which I had some friends share their opinions. They are Super Smash Bros. Ultimate players, so they are not as involved into the Minecraft community. One of them expresses their opinion. It's very possible he did, and based on the chances of all the loot accusations, it is technically possible for him to be the luckiest on this earth. But based on personal opinions and objective numbers, I do think he cheated. Coincidence do happen. Another reply I got was, for now, I think he did, and the only reason is being defensive over a not even world record run is because he'll seem like a jerk for lying for so long when he thought he could get away with it. I can clearly notice that the people are divided, but I notice that most of the people in the Minecraft community believe that he didn't cheat, and that people that are not as involved in the Minecraft community think that he did cheat. Interesting, but makes sense. Final opinion. Now I am going to reenact some of the conversation my brother and I had. He went over how the experts of Reddit came after Dream and that the odds were favored to Dream's liking. This didn't make sense because from my understanding, the expert report was unbiased. He also went on with numbers. I myself don't know much about numbers, so I didn't say much about numbers because it is out of my understanding. But I did argue that my brother himself isn't part of the Minecraft community and that he doesn't see how people in the Minecraft community speedrun. He is just going off of numbers that can be very misleading. I believe Dream didn't cheat because it just doesn't make sense and that the run was just another regular run. When I first saw the run, I didn't think much of it because it is likely to happen. Now that I went over people's opinions, I want to hear your guys' opinions because this is a very interesting topic. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. This was a long video because it is such an interesting topic. I want to hear your guys' opinions in the comments section. I will be reading and maybe replying. Happy New Year to all!